Welcome back to Biomes. This time we are talking about the Atacama Desert. The Atacama Desert is quite a large desert area located mainly in Chile, but also extends into Argentina, Bolivia, and Peru. It is the driest desert in the world, and by extension, the driest place in the world, with the average rainfall being 15 millimeters. However, some areas can get as little as between 1 and 3 millimeters of rainfall the entire year. Now, despite this, there is still quite a lot of life going on within the desert. There is this interesting phenomenon called desert flowering. During one of these rare rain showers, all of the dormant seeds in the dirt and the sand bloom all at once and cover the entire area under the rainfall with wildflowers. There's also more consistently timed plant life, such as multiple cacti species, like this one, the candelabro cactus, and a couple different tree species, such as the chañar tree, and other greenery such as wild thyme, saltgrass, and this guy, the yareta, which does not look like a real plant to me. This thing looks fake, but it is real and is very important in the entire ecosystem of the desert. There's also quite a few animals found there, including the endemic to Chile shining tree iguana, and some more heat and drought-resistant amphibians such as the Atacama toad. There's a wide variety of invertebrates such as this one, the Atacama red scorpion, as well as a few different spider species, and a bunch of insects, including the desert darkling beetle, which is adapted to actually be able to drink water directly from the air. So it's well equipped to take full advantage of the fact that the Atacama Desert is one of the very few fog deserts in the world, which I've made a longer video on if you're interested in hearing about that. There's also quite a few different bird species, including the Chilean wood star hummingbird, and our extremophile friends, the flamingo, which always show up in the most hostile environments possible. This one in specific is a Chilean flamingo. And of course, you can't have deserts without penguins. Specifically, this one is the Humboldt penguin. Now, technically, they're not in the desert, they're not in it. They tend to hang out on the Chilean coast, which geographically is part of the Atacama Desert, but they're not actually in the desert. Same with these guys, the South American sea lion, as well as a few species of fur seals that just hang out on the coast in the water and not actually in the desert. But mammals found within the desert itself include the adorable South American gray fox, as well as the occasional puma, also known as the cougar, that ventures in. And they feed on things such as rodents, like this guy, Darwin's leaf-eared mouse, or the viscacha, a relative of the chinchilla, as well as guanacos, which are the wild relatives of the domestic llama, as well as vicuñas, which are thought to be the same but for alpacas. So despite the area being incredibly hostile and incredibly dry, there is still quite a lot of life and plants and animals found within the Atacama Desert.